You cretin, you're late.
All right. Oh, I apologise, Mr. Porkster.
Hang on a second. Let me just get a free shout out to other channels. For those of you that are interested in watching other sports or hearing my opinion on other sports, there's 16 videos on our sister channel, Porkies International. Pop, pop, bang. How are you, Max?
Yes, I'm good. Yourself?
I'm all right, mate. What you been up to, Max? You're 2-1 on box rec. When are you out again?
I was supposed to be now last night last weekend under Curtis's show. Big Rom, but Pesky hurt his elbow, so I had to pull out of it. Couldn't get a late replacement quick,
What?
so that was a bit annoying. So I'm hoping September. So yeah,
Max, why did
yeah.
you get it ring 22 stone in your last fight?
Ah, that's the thing. So, right. So there's
You
no.
won by knockout, didn't you? Body shotted him, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. He went over. Well, I dropped. No, I didn't win by knockout. I won by points, but I dropped him 4 times.
Oh, yeah, that way. You dropped him 4 times. Yeah, yeah. What? You couldn't get him out there?
He, I was hitting him with a lot of power, but he just wouldn't go. So, but the thing is I was as guilty as not jumping all over him. I thought because you just don't want to get caught, and you get cautious getting caught. Um, and I've been caught in sparring a few times. So I thought, I've got this round in the bank, play it safe. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think. It's hard, Russ, because when you're in there and you getting throw like instructions at you, and you've got the round in the bank, right? You think, shall I? Shall I? And it's always a risk because that just one hit, and my defense isn't all that good, isn't the best, Russ. So I thought it was box clever actually, just to get him out there on points because I had the rounds in the bank each time I dropped him. So, but yeah, it is what it is. I've
Max,
got to win.
Max, you've got a winning record now. Are you going to give it up now and retire and make an announcement to all your followers?
No, no, no. Well, be out in September. So,
Max,
but
listen.
yeah, go on.
Max, listen to me. You're a big cuddly teddy bear. You're soft as shit, and you're loyal. You know you can't box eggs, mate. Mate, leave it alone. Didn't Julian
Uh,
teach you anything?
love you too, Russ. Anyway, what we've got to talk about? Who we're roasting?
Oh, Max, Big Ron, right? When I had words with Big Ron about you a bit ago, he said, I promise you, I'll not put him near any danger, and he'll not be giving it ring unless he's 18 clem. You've just gone in 22 clem,
I
mate.
didn't go in 22 Clen.
308
Scales.
pound. It's 308 pound. It says on
It
box, right?
wasn't. No, yeah. But there's a lot of things say on box rec.
Max,
My
it
opponent.
says £308. That's 22 clementines.
Okay. If you
The
give me a
thing, it's too
chance.
much. It's too much. You can't get your shot. I know you beat that bloke, mate. He was a glass collector at a pub. He wasn't a doorman. He was a glass collector. You beat a little committee man, right? Right, with his billow creamed hair, his white socks, and his backy and his top pouch, mate. You beat a committee man, right? 22 Clem. If anybody got in ring with you, right, you won't be able to get your shots off, mate, and you won't be able to get out of the way. Get some meat off. You know you can do
Anyway,
it, Matt. You know you can do it.
anyway.
Anyway, right. You've had your bollocking, right, Mark. Another thing as well, Max. Why are you driving around in a big 50 grand smoker, 10 to gallon, 500 quid tax, 400 a tyre, and moaning to me about running costs? Are you brain dead? Why don't you go? You had a diesel Volvo. Where's that?
But now I'm getting roasted here today.
Yeah,
Jeez.
well, did they see you coming into the showroom, don't they? We go, oh, we've got a V8 Mercy, a brand new 4x4. Oh, look who it is. It's Max. We'll let him borrow it. Max falls in love with it and
Hang on.
buys it.
The point is, do you like it though?
I like it, Max, but you're the wrong person to be driving around in that. You're not P. Diddy.
Well, I mean, I like it. It's comfortable. It's very comfortable.
What I want to know about, Max, is why white collar men like you are driving around in V8 Mercs, brand new 24 plates.
I do all right. Yeah, I do all right job wise. Why not? It's like you've got a. I'm not going to mention your car, but you got. I like your car. Our last had that.
Fuck you, Max, you prick. Right. Anyway, all I'm going to say is this, Max. There's not wrong with my Volvo. 90 to gallon free tax.
Exactly. It runs on fresh air, don't it?
90 to gallon, kid. Pop, pop, bang on that one. Right. Big Ron must be looking after you then, Max, eh? Big 24 plates, eh?
Yeah.
You dropped on there, Max. Obviously, you'll not be throwing any drinks my way.
Wow.
Come on, Max. Listen, Max. All I hope is that you don't end up fighting White Rhino if Johnny Fisher fights him and beats him, because he might need a comeback fight, and Dennis might say to you, "Listen, we've been offered a comeback fight for White Rhino, Max. We're gonna send you to the meat market, and you'll be sent to slaughter to Rhino Sanctuary." Would you fight White Rhino, Max?
I don't think he can be part of Fight Zone now. I don't know if he's part of us anymore. I don't know what's happening with him.
Yeah, but he's like White Rhino's like a puppy, and he'll always turn up, won't he? He'll turn up back at big runs down line. And if you're still hovering about, Max, like a bad smell.
Yeah, if circumstances are right, why not?
You mean if Reddies were right, Max?
If circumstances are right.
What does that mean? That you would have to have one of your arms tied behind your back, Max?
Something like that.
Right then, yeah. Joe Joyce Chisora, who you got?
Joe Joyce, to the pure fact as that. Look, I mean, Chisora, I don't think it will go further than 5 rounds. I think he's going to take a lot of punishment. The giant problem is with Chisora, he doesn't know when he's going to stop. Doesn't know when to stop, does he? He's been. Let's be honest, he's been a bit bashed about. So if I'm going to go with it's Joe Joyce, and I'm going to say round 3 or 4. Round 3 or 4, he's going to take Chisora out. He's just going to. It's just when someone's big like that. I mean, you find with Chisora, he suffers with people bigger than him anyway. He always has done. So yeah, Joe Joyce on that, easy.
Do you think that Derek Chisora's talking like Scooby Doo?
Well, look, who's looking out for him? You've said it before plenty of times.
Max, listen. Don't be giving me any of your fancy lecturing shit. Right? You're not at college now lecturing. Right? Listen to me, right? Max, do you think Del Boy sounds like Scooby Doo? Yes or no? Don't be giving me any of this fence sitting. You're like Coogan.
Come on. How dare you? How very dare you? Yeah, he doesn't speak the best, does he? It's got worse over the years. If you look at previous YouTube videos of him, 5 years ago, you can tell it's a deterioration in it, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can.
I mean, look back when he was fighting even Pulev, even like Vladimir or one of the Klitschko's, whichever one it was, before those press conferences, he was speaking perfectly then. So so it's obviously these last 2 or 3 years. I think it's before COVID really he started to really go downhill. Just before COVID.
Yeah.
So it's been on the but. How is he still getting a license? Like there's going to be a time where, there's going to be a change in his brain scan somewhere down the line. If you neurologically can't speak properly, there's got to be a change somewhere, or there's got to be a time someone's going, no, you've had enough now. You need to stay out of the sport. There's no safety looking out for him. And then this comes down to what you said before, Russ. Brain scans at gyms, points, certain points, so you can get checked out. Because people like him, you know, yeah, I mean, how old is he now? 40? You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think, I mean, look, he just wants to get to that 50 fight era, doesn't he? But who says when he gets to 50 fights or whatever, you know, he's not going to say, actually, I might do 60, you know, well, you know, so they need saving for themselves, some of these lot.
Yeah.
But,
What about Joe Joyce? Do you reckon he's knackered as well? Or do you reckon he's got one more hurrah in him?
see, this is the thing, and I'll disagree with you on this one, Russ, because I mean, you
What
think
do you disagree with, Max? That the combined age is 80?
80, yeah, but whose job is it to get these lads out of you know the game? Whose job is it?
Yeah, well,
I mean, if you look at it, Russ, mate, it's. I mean, to be honest with you, it's the likes of Moses Atama, the upcoming generation, Fabio Wardley, sparring against these people and making sure, right, I'm way too good for you now. You're an old hag. Get out. You know, getting beaten up in sparring. You know, all these different things. You know, and the new gen coming up. That's the way how it works, doesn't it? You know, so that's when you know your time's up, when you can't hang with, you know, the new generation. So, you know, it's, I mean, Joe Joyce, he's had two losses. Like, let's be honest, he's had two losses. Okay. I think everyone's writing him off too. So he just, the style was all wrong against Zilly Zhang. The style was all wrong. That was all. He fundamentally can't be taught new things. He's only good with a certain style against heavier weights who are a bit smaller than him. Anyone comes up the same size as him, he struggles effectively. So he'll even struggle against maybe a Herkovic, someone that's the same size, or you know, that sort of size. So Derek, he's going to tuck up quite well, I think. Knowing from sparring myself, you know, punching up is fucking difficult. So I think Joe Joyce will just jab him away all night and just look to take him out at the right time. Um, you know, you saw the little bit of confidence in Cash Ali against Cash Ali at the end of that fight. I felt he should have stepped on the gas midway through that fight because Cash Ali was flagging at about 4 or 5. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think really, if I'm honest, Joe Joyce, he's got a bit left in him. But who says this win could elevate him? I mean, it's not elevating, but put him back, you know, because it's just a name win, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's if Joe Joyce does Chisora, people will say, well, he was 41 in a couple of months. You know, 14 losses, been knocked about and all that. You know what I mean? Knocked about in sparring. He's had hundreds of rounds, hasn't he? You know, you think somebody would tell him to quit Chisora, but it won't be a brilliant win for Joyce. But you never know with Derek, do you? And the show, in my opinion, is a top show from what we're used to, isn't it? What we've been getting recently. It's like they're having a good now, aren't they? Looks like they're having to really. Well, I think it's all right. People keep going on about Moses Vatama, he'll run over Whack. Listen, Whack could old man him. He's only a pup, in 19.
no, I think Moses Atama will dispatch of Whack quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 4 rounds. You'll take him out. I think Moses Atama is that good. I think he will be a world heavyweight. I'm really admirer of his work, if I'm honest.
Only way he'll get a belt in the next few years if all them others retire and if Bricktop manoeuvres him with WBO and gives him a Bricktop title via email. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
The bar.
but you would think he's got skills to burn that Atama. He's got skills to burn. Variations of punches, and he's very elusive for a heavyweight. You know, he pivots well. You know, he tucks up well. You know, he's got everything in the book, in my opinion. And there's nothing, you know, to be honest, give it about 3 or 4 fights time, and he can go probably 10 rounds and that. You know, put him in with Fraser and Fabio. I think he's that good. You know, I don't think he's miles away from them, and I wouldn't be hesitant putting him in with them. Um, so Moses Palmer, I think he's the one to watch. I think he's going to be the next big thing for us. We'll get behind him. Um, I think it's a fantastic fight, if I'm honest. And Whack is just he's hanging on, isn't he? He's just hanging on for extra crumbs. You know, I mean,
Wax dug up, isn't he? But he could have one last go in him, couldn't he?
yeah, I think he's just he's there to be hit. He's I mean, look, I mean, if someone's going to offer you 10 grand or 8 to 10 grand and plus expenses to fly over to fight Moses Sam, you know, they're going to take it, you know. So it's probably more for someone like him. So yeah, he's going to come and have a go. But I saw him when we saw him. Was it against who was he against? Fraser Clark. I just thought, poor then Whack, and I felt Fraser should have taken him out. But he didn't for some reason. So Whack, yeah. I mean, look, he's past it. He's way past it. He's on the decline massively. It's just I don't think we'll see much more of him after this. I think this will be a bad knockout, you know, Russ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll take him out.
Yeah.
4 or 5 rounds, 4 or 5, and I've said it here first. And anyone of you guys in his comments like to abuse me, like after you do, right? Message me directly on YouTube, you lot.
Max, listen, mate, at the end of the day, nobody's going to abuse you on it. You're lovable, Max, aren't you? You're a lovable rogue, a big cuddly teddy bear. Right, moving on from that, right? I'm going to have Joyce to do Derek inside a round.
In a round, really?
I think Derek's going to come out swingers because that's all he's got left, and I think Joyce will put him away.
Perhaps, yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Derek will ride off into the sunset then, and he'll be a pundit, and he'll be, you know, he'll probably manage fighters and blah blah blah. Then come back in about 2 years and blah blah blah, saying he wants to break, you know, be one of them guys who wins title in his mid-40s or something. I don't know. But hey ho, right. Crusher Ben and Dillian White. The word around the campfire from the chosen few is that they could be serving silent bans. Do you think that's possible, Max?
Yeah, I've heard of various other sources, but the thing is that I mean, Dillian's quite sneaky with it, isn't he? Because he makes out he did a fight in Ireland against Christian Hammer, right? And that was after the drugs ban thing or the drugs thing, and it makes out to the casual fans that because he had a fight in Ireland, oh yeah, he can still fight in the UK, so he's not banned. So it's sort of sneaky, isn't it?
Same with Ben. Same with Ben. He had 2 in America.
Yeah, he had 2 in America. But the thing is it distinguishes the differences between UK and USA. But do you know what it is? It's they're just doing what they want, aren't they? And they're just putting the V's up to the board. The one thing I will praise the board on, they stand it firm. But the silent ban, you know what's happened here, and you and Julian predicted this on the channel, like, you know, months and months ago, that they just tie him up with lawyers and they serve a silent ban. Yeah, we take the silent ban, but the board can't come out and say, look, so and so isn't banned.
Yeah, because they have to sign stuff, don't they?
Exactly. And when the ban's up, they would just announce that, oh, Conor Ben's, you know, cleared to fight. Then Eddie will put his narrative out there with Frank Smith and say, yeah, he's cleared to fight, blah blah blah, you know, and he's cleared and that he's finally cleared over all this time, you know. They just serve a silent ban, but the casuals won't know that, will they? You know, it's ridiculous. But I mean, look, it's sad, and to be honest, Frank Smith, he's already said this, isn't he? Yeah, you know, he's already said the narrative of Chris Eubank and Conor Ben's happening this year. So, you know, the writing's on the wall. You know.
Where are they going to fight though?
Probably, yeah, they'll probably get the ban will probably be up back end of this year, I reckon.
No, I said, where are they going to fight though? Conor Ben and
Well, is the biggest fear you could say, because obviously Saudi's the British Commission. It depends if Turkey shoot would like that. It's the highest bidder, isn't it? So it could be on the undercard of. I mean, like, look, do we think the Tyson Fury and Usyk thing will happen? You know, again, I'm not so sure. So they may well say, look, let's do AJV Fury out in Saudi. Then put Conor and Eubank on the undercut. You know, there's so many things they could do. I mean, it's probably discussed behind closed doors anyway as we speak, if I'm honest.
yeah.
Yeah, I reckon so. It's got to be.
Yeah. What do you think to Terry Harper at the moment? Because she's up and down in weight, isn't she?
I mean, you said this several times on the channel. You know, weight class for a reason, and we've seen this with Canelo. He goes up in weight, he comes down. So there's only so much your body can do that. Now, when you're going up in weight, you know, yeah, okay, it's fun. But when you cut bringing it down quickly, you know, obviously you start becoming a bit more vulnerable. So Terry and you know, I like Terry, you know, a lot. You know, I think she's good for where she's done and the story and the backstory for her. But Stephanie or whoever's advising needs to stick to one weight class and keep there. And just, you know, you can't keep twisting all the time. Stick with it and not twist it. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's no good, is it?
Yeah, you're obviously drawing on your experience because you're a qualified nutritionist, gym instructor, aren't you?
I've seen. I'll tell you one thing I've seen, and when look, even when you're jumping up in weight, you know, and seeing and knowing the knowledge and what I've learned over the years, when you're coming off and taking away, and it's happened with Chris Eubank when he got iced by Liam Smith, you become vulnerable around the brain. You've got, you know, you're very drawn, and there's not. It's not like, yeah, it's fluid on the brain, you know, all these different things come into play. So when obviously you strip it fast, and Eubank looked ill when he went in for the Conor Ben thing, he looked ill. And that made him vulnerable for the Liam Smith fight. And when we saw the second one, okay, he had proper nutrition, he had time behind him, he had 16 weeks behind. It was a lot better managed. Them jumping up this weight, this but I mean, you jump up what? Half a stone each, yeah, half a stone in the women. Well, the women's categories are so shallow, you know, it's no good, Russ. It's no good.
Max, you sound such an expert, but if you are, how come you're fat as a pig, Michelin man?
Oh, cheers. Thanks for that, Russ. Thank you for that. You know, I was going to say something harsh then, but I won't. I won't, because I like you.
So what? I used to be fat, Max. It's not my fault now. I've got a six-pack and guns, is it? You know what I mean? But I train hard, don't I? You know what I mean? It's an everyday thing, isn't it? And you, as a professional boxer, should be in better nick. You know, my mate Bunny, he goes mad when he sees fighters out of shape. He says he can't believe it. They're being paid to just go gym. But have you met you?
Oh yeah, the one did he did a bit with Huey Fury in the early days?
Yeah, he did a camp with you. I got him job dinner with Peter.
Ah, right.
Brought
Okay.
him on board. I brought Robin Reed on as a pad man. But Bunny, he jumped up and did 58 chin ups in gym. They couldn't believe it. Oh, Huey and Savannah and them others who were there, they were all gasping. I was. You know what I mean? Bloke about 60-year-old doing that.
It takes it. Yeah, fair play to him, especially being at that age. I mean, it just shows.
He goes mad. He goes mad, Bunny. Right, I'll have to get Bunny on here and give him a shout out because he's a personal trainer as well. But he goes mad when he sees fighters out of shape. He can't get his head around it.
Yeah, no, it's understandable, and especially if you're full time, even more understandable. Yeah, so
You've already missed years by being a rugby player.
yeah,
So you should be taking it a bit more serious, really, shouldn't you, Max, for your nutrition?
I should be now. Yeah, yes, yeah, you're right. You are
Obviously.
correct.
Okay. Joshua and Dubois. Who you got, Max?
Do you think it happens?
Well, they're saying it is. Wembley. If it happens, who you got?
It's a really hard one as well. That
Well, I've got
because
Dubois by knockout.
what round? If you had to pick a round,
Round 3, Dubois knockout.
mm.
I don't think Big Meats has shown me anything since Usyk stood him on his head twice. Who's he been in with? Franklin? Who's he? A dosser? A bare bumming shower? Elenius, his sparring partner, Otto Walling. Richie Woodall said he watched him spar all the rounds of it years. He never lost a round against him. And who at last one in Ghana in his second fight as a pro. Is that a roadman killer run? Come on. You just wait.
Do you think they're rolling the dice on Joshua now?
Max, he's just wasted all them years.
Do you think they're rolling the dice on Joshua for this one? And Frank's sort of convinced it and said, let's roll the dice on this one.
Yeah, of course they have. They're rolling it, aren't they? They're going to have to get them all at it to keep that Turkey guy happy. Listen, do you think they'd have put these together at any other time if that Turkey bloke wanted to involve? Just sit back and have a little think about it. These wouldn't be going nowhere near each other, Joshua and Dubois. It's only because Turkey wants it.
I mean, let's look at the previous. This is one way to look at it. So, would you say Jarrell Miller beats? Let's say Herkovic beats Jarrell Miller. Yeah, he probably does. I mean, not Jarrell Miller. Sorry, Nagano and Wallin. Yeah, Herkovic does. Miller probably beats one of them. So really, Daniel Dubois' last couple, he's been in better opposition than Joshua. So you could probably say, really, Dubois, although he's going to be the underdog, I think he'd be the favourite. And I would be inclined to agree with you thinking about it, because I don't think Joshua has much prep for Dubai. He hasn't. Yeah, like you said, he hasn't shown me. I think, Dubai will do him actually, but I don't think it'd be in round 3. I think it'd be later on because I think Dubai's got fitness on his side. I think he's a little bit more elusive and he's got fitness on his side because Don Charles, he does drill him. He does drill their fitness there.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
Don Charles, mate, right? My only beef with Don Charles is this. He's manhood. He took Derek Chisora back 6 times. That's like your wife going behind your back 6 times and you're taking her back.
But
So in my opinion, he's a brass.
yeah, okay, I see where you're going with that. But let's say, for example, okay, Russ, you're training someone, you're in his position, and someone says, look, for 30 grand, would you take me back?
It's about money in it. So he's been shit on 6 times.
Yeah.
Right, but it's okay for you. Go on then, keep. So you got Derek there, stood at Penthouse, because everybody is crackers. Derek, you know his head's gone. His head's been gone years, His head's been gone years. It's crackers. So you've got Derek there, stood up at Penthouse, got his cock out. He's lagging on Don 6 times. And Don's covered in it, and he keeps going back for more. Right. Now, just pretend, Max, that it's your missus. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't have it 6 times, would you?
No, he wouldn't. No,
There
no.
you go. So that's how I look at it. But if he can get Dubois to beat the big stiff, Don Charles as trainer at Yin, in my opinion, I will be Team Don Charles for life.
But
If Dubois,
on the strength for what?
if he
On the
does
strength for what?
if he does big meech, Don Charles is Daddy Don Charles, Sir Daddy Don Charles. If Big Meech gets put on Button Moon, you know what I mean? With them 100 people, Big John Fury put up there, but he can't remember anybody's name. In fact,
But
where is Big John Fury from Fury Power? Where is he?
keeping quiet, I think.
Aye, and Spencer Brown. Aye.
Quiet. Tail between their legs. They haven't got no longer a fighter who's the GOAT.
Dale Nichols will be doing cartwheels because Big John Fury's missing.
do you think they Tyson Fury generally believes it was having fun in there?
Hey?
You know, when he was saying in the press conference after against Usyk, do you genuinely think, or is it just knackers he's coming out with, that because well, let's be honest, he's bipolar. It's very well notable, and he said it. But do you think he genuinely believes he was having too much fun in there against Usyk, or does he genuinely think he's like the GOAT and all these different things, or does he think actually I did lose the fight? What do you think, Russ, on that?
I don't know, mate. Do we even care?
No, but I don't think the second fight happens. I'll tell you that now. I think with a lot of boxers, a zero, when that zero goes, especially at that level, something goes in your head.
Think Fury's head's gone? You think he's all these reports though he's on lash and all that? It's all allegedly in it, but do you think his head's gone and his pride's hurt? Do you think?
I think he can't handle that zero being gone because he hanged on to it for godsends. How many? I tell you what. Here's a question for you: how many heavyweights have retired on zero, as in no losses?
Marciano, but
Apart from that,
I don't know. Not many, is there?
none.
You mean
Because
that have been world champions?
yeah, and so there's always been a one or two. So let's say you look at Lewis, so he lost to Rackman. All the greats. So they've always lost a couple or two or three. So he wanted to be the first one, and he kept playing on the narrative for years. He's the go of I'm beaten, and he played that now. He played it so much. Now he can't play the GOAT and the zero anymore. He hasn't got a card to play, and I think that's damaged his pride that much. I think his head's fried. It's gone, and I don't think it's like it's like this. It's like when Ricky Hatton lost to Floyd Mayweather. It's gonna go the same way. You get what I'm saying? So, it done something to him as a fighter, as a person, and they don't have to live with themselves. And he's in the same way. He's in the same bracket as how Ricky Hatton is, in my opinion. That's what I think.
Hatton's game plan in training camp was to stand in front of Billy Graham on a body bag and pound hell out in it for 10 weeks. That was the game plan against Mayweather. Hey, unbelievable. Pop, pop, bang.
But you're saying that though, are you telling me that? I mean, yeah, Tyson Fury will be doing other things, and he can, do other parts of his training. But are you telling me that Sugar Hill's going to make him do this, that, and the other? Tyson Fury does what Tyson Fury wants to do in his camp. That's how it's been the last couple of times. So, that's the thing. So, I think, to be honest with you, he needs to have a total change up. Maybe keep Sugar, maybe not, maybe not, and just go completely new, because he needs to come out of that environment and go very uncomfortable if he wants to beat Usyk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go places that he hasn't been before. Personally, what I'd do, I'd go up. If it's going to be on these shores, I'll go up and just be in account with Martin Bacoli or someone like that up there and just hang up there, away from everyone.
Max, let me just read you some statistics out here.
Yeah.
Usyk, 335 and 15 as an amateur, rematched 11th, right?
Yeah.
European gold, world gold, Olympic gold. And then he gets onto pros, undisputed, right? Cruiserweight, undisputed at heavyweight, beat 8 world champions, right? Got 8 wins over world champions, right? 5 of them were undefeated, right? The guy is a serious dude. 22-0. Look what he's done.
Right? Amazing, isn't it?
And he's done it on the road. He's done it on the road, and he's been the B side in all the big fights. He's been up against Callum Sauerland's lot, hasn't he? Bob Adams' lot, Bricktop, and Eddie Hills. He's been up against all the big guns, hasn't he? Right? And he's come through, hasn't he? And Al Heyman, and he's come through. Do you know what I mean? So he must be some fighter, him. Come on.
But yeah, people don't look at that, do they? And that's the thing, especially being away. Let's be honest.
And he don't kick and scream. He's never failed a dope test. He's not kicking off on social media. He went to fight in Ukraine war. He never argue about purse money because they're from a poor area, aren't they? You know, it's like somebody, you've got a daughter, Max. If you fetched him home and said, "Oh, this is my boyfriend," you'd be proud, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would be proud. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Proper bloke, isn't he, Usyk, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's the thing. He doesn't look. He had look in that press conference leading up to that. He had Tyson Fury's number. You've seen Tyson Fury. He acted in a unusual way, and Usyk just writing things down. Studying, saying I'm studying, just twigged and got under Fury's skin. So he have his number. So that's Fury. I don't think he'd box again, to be honest. Might box AJ, that'd be it. I don't think he'd do some music too, personally.
Okie dokie. Well, listen, Max, it's been a pleasure to have you on. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You try to stay out of trouble, and try not to roast anyone else when they come on here.
All right, then,
remember.
Go on, you take care, Max. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Bye.
Well, that were Max. That was his story. 2-1 heavyweight, Max. 22 Clem last time out. A big cuddly teddy bear. Can't box Easter eggs. But we wish him well. Go on, Max. Go on, peace out.